94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadi no asoguso awutie no in studio Honorable Richard Champon, Member of Parliament, Bia East Constituency in the Western North region. Sansona Honorable Sylvester Tete, Member of Parliament, Botiano English Yaman from here in the Greater Accra region. Meaning you say Bunsu. It's some 21 minutes after 5 at 6:30 p.m. in the dwumadi no yede eba awiye. And let's start with in Koma Yekodi Kumase, the Kumase Traditional Council, NA Omotenase, Emma, Oyerpa FM management, and some other people, Omoko Dinya Tua, Ekoma, also Meka, Hono Monkopa, Nanum Cheo, Ekoi, Aqua Pacho, Nanomaji, Cheo Panatum, Ashese, Ombetime assign a start operations, Ewo Kumase. Enti motia any reporter Eddie Nkomo yene general manager mo Oyerpa FM sometime awutu a champon enso Eddie Nkomo Honorable Richard Champon me wo se Nkomo na ekoso na uno tinioma bebre na down where do you stand on the Akoso Kumase
Obi mse the way share se containment manchia etiefo ne ahwefo mse emo munyina na sana me boy Oyerpa issue ne so mse Like Asano,
yes.
Now Cassa say FR your tax revenue. See a your tax revenue na your interest on loan amortization salaries yenya sika emfanye impuntu dwuma bia eka ho na common fund abantimi interest statutory funds ade ahokere emayenya na no. But I say osa enemy adwene say tax revenue a percentage on tax revenue. Article 2522 clear on this matter. Until emfa ho the quantum, dobenya bia no you are just transfer less than 5% to the Assembly for Development. Obisa say dey na dey ababedu pepesu ababedu. Excessive borrowing. Busia bebre ba ban na bono. Say na ma interest payment na kakraka. Because by the end of 2016, the interest payment in 10 billion. And the crony about me I organize a lecture upon lecture. I can once I'm saying sustainable and yet how I say manage economy in the NDC for you because you trade interest of 10 billion. Many can say 2022 budget interest payment alone at 37 billion Ghana cedis. 2022. Now the mid-year review minister Nesaba payment or see 37 billion I be moved to 41 billion interest payment. Because of the depreciation of the CD, other loans and all that. The decisions of this government, and the day I could do be a but Busan be no for consumption. Obviously, Busan said about Busan a trouble gas project. It's saving almost $500 million every year now. That loan can pay for itself. T3 look at the passenger throughput. You get revenue from that place. Now, Busan so bad by your coin, Ukroso to a boot to know what you. It is we are kwana nkasa mo sika den e man kotua loan into tax revenue krona na den and na lie upon it. Also for ministers about 125 appointees 1,000 plus. But what I say, sanko for when no you pay them
appointees 1,000 plus na here for the
presidential staffers. I'm not necessarily
civil servant wo ho nyina
and every ministry squad no office of the president you be oh
no don't do that
I won't write it down
oh first term
no first term
125
now what you say
121
what I say okay program Kumase no mo so nyina go bass we were told so aban ebe reduce cost nti omo ye program bia na omo ntola cruise mo bia omo nyina no on begu omo use bass na that day
omo ga so omo ko outside akra omo nyina the bass but omo ga so omo
obi apart from that trip omo see as so mo go bass mo bia
dabi
what I say nti
ono mo meba maninwe trouble
apart from Kumasi trip
yes
say na another mo conference the mo yen won say o ma so ministers and appointees aguba asme to kan biom da we mo nyina no e part of the problems you cut your coat according to your size and to be we nyina wie na oni briefing space bia oba bebrem system ne say ahoche na e de yaba obi covid na amo kan ho say no Russia Ukraine war no country biara no enya ne impact the negative effect no almost every country had it but what I say now you can say in the US gas price has gone up no but today it's coming down but what I say a child says so what be now buffer to deal with headwinds and external shocks now you can be affected by some issues but you come back you revive the economy because shocks to deal with it economy no it is like hotel prim and to me and cruise the same level the come from there about the cost so never from sir until so be do final destination me no can say July alone American economy it generated 528,000 employment post covid though it covid no emomunya effect 20 people America but the economy is coming back to life yes you there post covid no are we coming back on stream or on track? That's the difference. Until due to the UK economy, inflation, I do say, in the midst of inflation, people are getting jobs. In the midst of these difficulties, no, maybe than 8 to 2 years at the moment. But and now you see COVID, and I'm maybe Russia-Ukraine war. You look at our import. Percentage saying the free Russia and any Ukraine. It means that fundamentals on the issues, no. And you because you acquired $750 million loan, cocoa syndicated loan, $2 billion. Into $1 no, in $4 in another. When you need jack approach, we are not still dealing with the fundamentals. Say and solve the fundamental issues now. We'll come back to square one. Because a borrowed fund, or because they will with interest. And yet revenue being the raise the fee baby unsan kutia. And to Bob we said the show up or reserves obi no aye den.
Okay.
When you say let's deal with the fundamentals. Quite better before a bit to increase the export. Near this year import. What I say, maybe how bread and butter issue mentioned then the summary resolve. What I say, me responding to issues no because this will be there be about na can the ya abambe ko. Nije baby ejina. Now you know say what is the alternative? What alternative ni to muntie?
Dear he be no dear he.
Ebina make say how do we increase our export and to reduce our import? But what I say,
but that's not what they've started with 1D1F.
1D1F no impact no he.
I say you have to start.
What I say, 1D1F no ye ka ho asem no. Aban kasa no aban fatu be na aban ono kasa o si say fatu e media.
Say nya about aban osi. Ultimately it's about an import substitution strategy. It can be driven by the private sector with the help of government.
Yes.
And as aban kasa what you want to achieve is to cut down on import.
Eti aban ye no there I say aban support the private sector. So I end this aban ye bebre. You support to other pharmaceutical companies, about stimulus packages, but what I say. But I'm first somebody them could see omu you say 1D1F and I say we just wanted to support the private sector. But what I say, and the policy buying and our regulate the import in the country to boost the local production. Their policy drive and I also know patronizing made in Ghana product. Your taste now a work for foreign product, you know. Shifting focus. When we are patronizing made in Ghana product now, they can also produce more and more revenue and pay taxes to the state. What is the policy directive here? Yeah, they are not kind of jack baby. If you can want someone say you are more alternative. Now we show you about on starting 0.5. I heard a juice bowl cancer 1%. Maybe one. But they say so a transaction about 500 billion. Yes, no, whoever did that has got it wrong. A float. The same money, no, and then it move from one person to the other. So if you are taking the 500 billion now, you get it wrong. They must all start at 0.5 and 1%. Transaction about Dawson. You still get the needed revenue. What they call 1.5 and I'm people say charges is so high, no. Until many people have decided not to patronize that platform again. So you not get the needed revenue. Etu nipa fo ewo bi sumase committee meeting no so ontie do be ya no be ye na nipa no policy no antima anya successful also bisa so alternative be na wo dey ba because you catch it wo so ontie enti abai actions and inactions and dey be do be den ya ba bedri say na oka 2018 2019-2017 budget. Minister Nakasa State will say you built enough buffer to deal with external shocks.
Okay.
It is not just a statement, and you're correct. COVID by any nature, at least post COVID, be almost a maybe a then, maybe a sister. Young issue. Issue no cannot quite very dicey because are quite traditional rulers in FM station. I'm call a joint first one meet video no. A direct instruction to them say they should go and close almost station mama nyajuma until somebody tell pa emu do then ebeba. Said then I interview
sometime
now no ka say almost a man money because man pep obi a penny be no hin be me name and all that. But I can say be a man manager no pa only ne kasa no. Was it there no mo pa nyina ya asumdwe on committee market say omo entum. But no the day no remember rift be abeto omo mention tem tip am no try no 2 days the omo off na say emu so they need their mom no mom be adwuma ebeboa amasundwaba nti the bottom line say no mo pasundwe so they didn't want to drag this matter to some level be on face more operations in Kumasi and its environment but best friend and say so bi kura no eye bibi na enye especially media house eye bibi na enye and I say obi eba show say the two ayeka say no cassette obi a say media house na NMC wo what my report ni panel then and the National Media Commission so office of more hand the case in the year you can move for that to court to deal with the person say individual put the bit the net then edena court but you are not careful na say I am feel the because say I am for no on camera omo no ka to me ne omo kana himfi nyamra no mo kana ho nti na say o timu wa o ka wa for beti the third that no mo so dey omo but no dey no you need them what you ha na then na be come na that community square police station ho asem to wa o hene ni fear na then na be kwa kan wasem nti so ni omo ko nyam anso bi a kro no asetena no then enye wo de akwa ese asibo bo mfi bonyum bi o si den samafo ye enye obi anu so koka ese bra samado be yi wa na samado so ko a o ye de unsama bi ntina wo na nka kura naja now to baby it's a best going forward yeah nhwe kwan be fa so a obi uto be de ho asemo do madwurum even the devil doesn't know what is the mind of an individual. This a can we and so no who them person can. But sometimes so you also guys you bring us on track. So as some okay sign one can say okay what the why should disclaim my way nipa na can asem to nyana sama e ono anasem. But no I'm so bant my hen can say be me na nya adwen. Say your mba be radio discussion omudi kan Ekosiisen say we can we tell you omo plan say omo kwa discuss no sana mo yemo adwuma topics in there what the bema panelists no say this is what you are going to talk about but sometimes people go astray and say all manner of things and you will now so omo kan but sometimes and as a host you bring them on track emo say bia be omo dey asem na emwo so that they should remain focused but the bottom line is they say asumdwe eba because a menu because some trying or two for no betimi dey asem na dey
and odike so ankasa so maton sa afre no
odike ne dey no dey fa bi me ne ya adwen because I say what banishing no from mensia
what twajan aguniti
so now bi asema ne nkona sa o sa aton sa bra ho o to say amamre mu no wo twa na suo kane no ye twa ni pesu e bokrun kra to abo de e de bon eti oba na obi ko to abo na so no na epenu we nyina no emma asunje de emma minim se by the day no ni mpanyifo e be kwa akopa chama na but obi de na ko fa we nyina bai enye galam se semi ai galam se ya na ko fa we nyina bai
yes
eti uyo hene na se wasase so we koso na se otumfo kra se se wa campaign.
Oh yes.
I Lands and Natural Resource Minister Mokoya or can some
regional consultative meetings.
Yes. A man no a write up, but he will speak to issues or person can. Oh yeah, no can so I in fact a TTA in better 30%. I can no more games. Otum for na kind. And what is different?
What is different probably would be, sir,
The
in the case
persona.
of Odike, apart from the persona, he also generalized it.
Yes.
Also, too, for there was say a mobile 30%.
Yes. And Obi said, Nananom, Ekase, yam penny me into Galamsey. Na other stakeholders, no, as you to say me into Galamsey. A bad day say, wait, my Galamsey, a year or my so. A bad day, pa. I can tell for a fact, me beer is, but beer no bones will be to Galamsey. One, me, mammy, you're interested. Some make call, she should be the same to Galamsey. My vows say I will never support anybody to also do Galamsey. Oh, beer is. And I'm making sure that I've gotten the buy-in from all the chiefs and the sub chiefs. What dress is here, Betcho? You're chinning baby breed, do Makwakum. Me, I mean, not Baku Crado or Cabby, or by Baby 2 Galamsey. Nambisan and Sabi, you could to Galamsey or Crab Bessie. Nambisan and Tinina Nani, a sin ho, and no be 2 Galamsey sending an a benede. One penny 94. Madame for personal, no. Pamela done for some then, at one chain. My former coordinating director, my transfer no cry. More I join a boys with some letter, or a letter monk of somebody surface mining, a prospecting. Riverbanks, no, baby, say about some kilometers, and they just use the water to wash it. A bit creative and promise. What kind of employment are you talking about? Young call bossing that mining communities, how our community normal said then. I say, almost I say, Coco, you know what training you know, say the 2 Galamsey. The next day now, I'm going to draw a letter. My fellow Germany also on your way. Saturday, I'm not about a deputy regional minister.
Yes.
When I'm a friend, no one also cry on your way. Quickly, no more draw a letter. I'm
not let any free him. Not so in your free Minerals Commission.
You know what they did? Omono, Omomba Bay, some mine, no, ebe share assembly, no. And no more inviting an anomobi. A brainwash or muscle be creating a job a man rancher no and a corona develop in some baby. To me, investigation was send an anonymous then a committee be. I was saying on our way, they didn't go to Hoshe. I summoned afraid to a meeting. And I'm catching say investor be ever based a Juman. And it's okay, and no me and share. And I'm so what? So be say let us say free a Minerals Commission, lands and natural resources and all that. Yam penny ever seen that. The whole western of Metmaga say Bia is never be who so be a Galamsey. Oh, didn't ya? Because one, me and I'm not interested. And an anonymous jet to me say they are not interested. Someone assassin with the me assassin your media, but you didn't come more. Ya church room, the positive and negative side of it. You won't say the negative side now to weigh the positive side. 94.7. It's a cocoa kakana cano. Your money so near to me then you need this kakra. Yenya banche ne body ne den yesu ntimi fa bi nkodwa so nkoton enfa tutu me school fees enfa bi mo ye ho bra.
But I think mostly the challenge will be say community ne resist here omudi resist but you know say there is a limit in for example say base yenya mineral deposit won sase e wo bia east mo a automatically say is 2 land impo say a family land say den you who the family in these 2 no cannot touch mineral na
yes. It belongs to the state.
The property of the state. It is a Minerals Commission Emma Ubi ABR license for exploration, reconnaissance. What possibly can the community do?
And no, I don't know the community why or engage other stakeholders. Oba be church ko be mom royalty say mu person na there. If the people are not interested, they can also come back to the Minerals Commission. What I say, have a word with them. Say, yeah, Japadi when you know cuckoo. Baby about yes, man. I best say, what I say, they can also have a second look at it. Yes, all the patapa kwa show. Well, look, I say a forest in your concession, a maton forest in your Mochomunia. Now, I be 2 assassins go to that nipper not to what was saying. So, and 2 3 for force, and yet, but you can have a say. In Quebec, hospital so ya kra no sa garamse no mutu no anamo ABCD na yetu na bayan fiye obi wuti ase no so na nan ma yo mafam de na because of our constitution any mra na ye dibu o man no na ma the executive no kwan I mean issue this lances am obi so the no ma prospecting and I say o ma me garamse no but you cannot look on say a constitution wo ama obi mandate into ya de kwa na ba affect the livelihood of the people o se me ohene kra men country. No, they are your subject. Anything na we ohene, anything na wo social assassin so. But what I say,
yes.
It's you can say bench high near executive. Executive they can do anything for power and for money. Bebre kwapo concession kwa muntu mo party people. Party people. Now say kwa ye Jim Koko ejuma bi wo Amansi area wa Ashanti region. Meeting na say and omo bupo din omo omo beji concession omo tu galamsey ese omo koko. They mention names. But if you dey so me mo side dey no.
But I been so I say omunyina na e galamsey obi on small scale mining which is licensed.
Small scale mining no land reclamation na that no policy nyina no say you say nipa no ade a wo ye no by the end of 5 years 4 years land no e be go back to the normal state. Yes. And that's be then say we inspectorate directorate for wha almost be making sure say all those things on but be break mo nye obi omo wi no mo some feed no mo ko.
Yeah, that's true.
Omo jom sika no mo ja hoko until your water bodies are saying nyina no ye hu and it's affecting all of us. Until to I can global warming, climate change, a green green gas and all that in know. Yeah, because also actually say nations so yeah they sell water bodies no. They 10 year also by 2030 to 2023 2030 yet hane a crime so cry be no ma abakroma say. Yeah to a year isuobuo mu no. Cost of treatment e ka ho. Because somebody one sack and a treat a bucket of water, and you hear about 5. And you and I, we are going to pay for it. It is the year be an institution so then. Now dear Yanis will be Sikano when you be any. Me may be any. There are no China near and also be on quite 2 galam so often is Sikakono. On cool, Nam no me then we are going to pay the price for it. It immediately me they say finally assume then Abba. Na namoso no omu role to play in all this. So many road that say na akonyo no moteso no and na they think no ya ahemfo. They have a role to play. Yes. But they have their limitations. Because said all cannot any mineral fan beneath the ground beyond belongs to the states. But state you know so Burma there are protocols. Because the sharing formula no constitution is clear about how royalties are shared in the constitution. Until any stool land beer na what they say cocoa beer. Na be say cocoa board. Even cocoa production crop no reduce because many of the farmlands have been turned to galamsey
sites. It's true. Honorable. My nasi mintie Honorable Sylvester Tete. Na ansa no bebem no My Life Insurance Company Limited. Ede My Way Insurance aba. Now, and My Way offers you up to 15,500 cover plus critical illness and hospitalization benefit. You almost enjoy life insurance while saving your money on My Way. Just dial *165# on your MTN and follow the prompts to register now. For help on how to register, call our customer service line on 0242 439 999. Say, enye My Way kase. No way. I'm going to discussion segment no ebremo. Sound so ena Ghana Pay app Gips ena de aba na app be a winner be a wow pa. It's an all new Ghana Pay mobile money service app. You can send and receive money at 0 transaction fees. You can pay your bills, you can buy airtime and data, transfer money to and from your bank account and do so much more your own way. You download the app from Google Play Store and I say App Store. Now register by dialing *707#, *707# and visit any branch of your selected bank to activate your wallet. Ghana Pay, transaction BI free. You only pay e-levy. Ghana Pay, your money, your way. Engine oil we are seeing Ghana henyina yaji atomo. A seahorse engine oil. Seahorse engine oil. So we pay engine oil ebema wu engine abwe juma ache. A seahorse. It's highly recommended for private vehicles, taxis, commercial as well as heavy duty trucks. So obviously we engine no eche ema opa. Seahorse 15W40 and a 20W50 no unhiebi. It's a motorbikes. Abobo ya Pragia mechanics nyinaa agye atom the riders no nso agye atom papa one wondi nkɔmɔ a ɔmbɛka kyerɛ seahorse engine oil boy adwuma brutal menka na ada we serve you better with integrity seahorse ɛma wo engine ɛkyɛ rough phones na wo pato TV na wo pato Franco air condition Opel Samsung iPhones Nokia the latest tabletop fridges ni nyina wokɔ Franco phones as a Franco Trading Enterprise obenya bi ato ene yenye Franco phones keke Franco Trading Enterprise on yoma yeton no apart from mobile phones and accessories yeton smart TVs tabletop fridges Franco air condition ene nyoma bebre ayatete bo ne so kama bibia ekoye any frame 0246 422 338 na only in enkomo Franco Trading Enterprise still phone papa efie honorable Sylvester Tete or your Pi FM Menshia and Matters Arising
Obi Minya Richard the Champion. You see the
Asempa FM 94.7
yanye nationalistic na ya simplify niema na if he say ya debate politics na yanya power aban bia ni ho a yanya the support of the country say NDC ma power da obi anka me Sylvester omo kasa be me din say make bi atu yenchem atu wiase ai bi aka obi a eti hende e been to NDC abinda they had luxury of everything being equal enokra na hu ye madinka ka kire ne say ene one call for school fees utia na wukem somebody has shouldered this responsibility for 5.5 years almost 6 years was your nyehwe imagine situation you woman now parents are burdened to pay school fees for their kids obi I tell you nkwala wo school and not all of them will be in school not all of them will be in school and each attendant resource will be felt on this economy going forward no two ways about that look when people say
Asempa FM
the effect
94.7
Ukraine-Russian war and then the COVID enye yenkwa na chi so what is the evidence say enye we have what we call the global supply chain. It doesn't matter where you are. Yama mfato ahodo bebre because once your country is a net importer of goods and services, you deal with many countries all over. Za amaya ahodo a woni wo di dwa no. Die si wo wiase afa na nyina no e wo so wo man no so. Didi kan. Obi, a typical example a cost of shipment, freight cost from China to Ghana. Last week, Yaguta for a year press conference, they confirmed it. $2,800 per 40-footer container from China. Aqua could do $14,000. Yes. Now, Obisa who say, a dear ne this idea ne buy COVID. COVID. And to begin with, Niema Buono already ebe kosro without any other way a change way and the baby akwa kofa niema no Christmas raw material now dey ba ukrum kra no assessment price before we started so COVID it related issues the big countries that more shocks are working obi America has recorded the highest inflation in the last 40 years. I been see that. Obi, ewo UK abontiso, ena BBC journalist, etu tesegu abontiso a demonstration about high rise of cost of living. There's no country ewo we are seeing that has been spared the effect of the COVID-19 and then the Russian-Ukraine war. And this how my nyina ne mudi way. Look. Foreign direct investment, any remittances, obi check from families. And Rami kwa sorry obi to anybody no invite madam for pa ama bani dakwa from Red Top and not to niba the third born or boy juma papa ama Me could be also for say first. On Crawford bomb pie man Crawford from UK, America, $50, $100, and then you not leave. These were his words.
Asempa
Yenim.
FM
And
94.7.
we need to look at the economy. What can look or say 1D1F has been downplayed. Saying yes, Obi, we saw this coming. Even in the absence of Russian-Ukraine war, we cannot develop a country continuously, depending on other people for our very survival, on small things that we can do. So a policy documented, and we are following through the implementation. So when say 125 factories in operations. In the absence of these factories, no, it would have burdened you more. And it's at least average of 10 people. And the age was I knew more. Okay, I mean, you can say, Obi, Ufa be poiso war, Oko Kofuridia.
Yes.
And a 1D1F, there is 100,000 bed poultry, mechanized poultry farm. So say 1D1F, na sa factory na ma, and can the much money you needed for importation of poultry products, no, and get cost so inside the year. So nobody should downplay the effect of 1D1F. Yes, you gave support to some pharmaceutical companies, but there was no policy. Because when you hear buy and say, me my way, and I'll do my one. But where a policy about the outline what
Asempa
benefits
FM,
the people will enjoy,
94.7.
then people cash on to it. Now, we count over how many jobs created in America. Go and check which of these jobs are jobs created by the central government of America. And there's a year adjoint of creation of jobs. You say Abayan could see factory. In the Abayan Kazan could see factory there, whatever policy Abayan put in place to ensure. And Obi, automobile policy. And they are, you see Kasemna the idea. And then look at Toyota, VW, and all these auto companies assembling their cars here. What it means is that it's creating jobs, it is reducing the burden of exchange. Now you can assemble. So these are policies. Now you need to be don't forget. These things, new planner the idea assemble used to exist at Kwame Nkrumah time. You had all this opportunity in this country. It's taking an Akufo-Addo to re-strategize all this. And we've also told you, no country
Asempa FM
can industrialize,
94.7.
especially Ghana, with a major resource like bauxite and iron ore for industrialization. So you need to put in legislation. Now we share the value addition. It doesn't come that easy. But the thought and the mindset and the paperwork says, that is the way to go as a country. So you don't throw your hands in despair. And see, they are calling free SHS as a consumption. Obi, no two ways about when COVID broke. Niama edigu akwemu waha ayanya what even the West thought say ebe hiti and that hard. You saw how many people died in Italy, Holland, and the rest. Niama ya wo ye krom ha abwaye no ye twem wo ho no afa na countries like UK and US they were trying to do them. So the expenditure under the COVID, yes, it's true, but the idea we have to find a way. But it's better, like the president said. I know how to bring back the economy to life, but not how to bring back life. And nobody can do that. It's about time to look at our own expenditure as individuals. The way we do things. Obi. And then dollarization of your economy. Every obi currency down a quote in dollar. Obi a turn down a quote in dollar. And rampant disregard for rules in this country. But I fought institutions who are so responsible. Look, how many of us don't travel through the airport? You in Grover airport. It all adds to the problem. Yes, indeed. They are okay to share the size of your economy to show up our revenue for balance of payment. Like you say, 2021, the entire 2021, an amount of money are here for importation of crude oil into this country and finished products. Because of Russia-Ukraine war and the increase of petroleum products, the first 2 quarters of the year, we've spent more than that. And the BDCs need about $300 million every quarter. So clearly, if thrown your plans out of, so it will affect your balance of payment. And the next, I'll call IMF for money for balance of payment. Now, Obi will rub it in your face. No, Bifi say you are not a good manager of the economy. Look, is here. We need to look at our expenditure because we are talking of our revenue. Your expenditures here, you can say, or my penintu nanai baby. Look, like he's saying, or can he chrome coin? So for 6 years, the contractor has been hauled out of the road. It is money. Mimi chrome aquine, see, I will be. Uba, Botiano English, I'm from. And that's kind of and a G's can go, baby. Look, now, contractor on Janica. You add to your debt. Look, so, Obi, Minuka send every MP, also says you're chasing MPs because of roads. It's become so fashionable. But the same people who could give Saudi Baba, the people begin to question. Look, the economic theories are practicing what on my mono. We need to relook at it carefully. Media, a bike of Bobosia, Yenyaya, a buy Bosia Bono, and co-productive sectors. But a developing country, no, there are social intervention programs you cannot run away from. That you need to do it. Emma immediately, a big hot to fight crime. Bosiana Okobono, a big goes into fighting crime for safe society. A bet taking time before business people. Look, you think it's that easy for the business world to think that Ghana is a safe destination for us to come and invest our money here? You need to fight, you need to protect, you need to fight for it. You need to invest in it. And then Madame Fobi friend Sonia Juma War, one of our neighbors in the sub-region. The first thing I said, "Uni nyaminko, who survive are fine, but you can't." Nejuma nyina o yere wa, omo hu nejuma wo internet, omo se bra. This is a country obi ko ye juma, ye ma armed men to protect you. So we fear about it. Then just over to survive in that jurisdiction. It is not. And now me know ka say Nigeria. When him say airlines are saying nyina, or must stop calling Nigeria. Now Nigerians are coming through Ghana to travel outside. You think it's for free? It is not for free. It's an investment made over time. All over the world. But yenya what is right. Look, every country about developing, you must first believe in yourself. Look, Obi, in Taria, a share ukrumha. Oko bi fie, designer wares. Oko bi fie, designer chicken, designer rice, designer this, designer that. All of us are contributing to making our currency weak. We don't patronize what we buy here. We produce here. So media, it is true. We all have a responsibility to ensure and say, oh my no, now for the waste in the system. There's so much wastage in our system. Well, Gobi, we share a mark contract. Na nipa ye jume wi. Essence ye niskanti. Delay payment interest on road contractors especially. Obi, numbers now. One day, we should ask for that numbers, and I will do that. Obi, a contractor for you muji sika for that. They are paid for it. They are huge sums of money. But there's so much pressure on every government to construct roads, to do this. The country itself is impatient. Maybe I'm catch me in Crawford say, look, I buy what paper say akwan bi ankobeye. But there's no way I buy between ayi ni nyina. Mimi Krum, the minister had visited or approved 30 kilometers of roads and drains for the constituency. It might not be all the roads in that constituency. But that's a huge cost to government. You need more than 300 million to do this kind of works. One constituency, no. That's a lot of money. In Jobi, Miniano, Onya Butre, because me the Debia because NDC ma Bemuda, and Komokasa may ding. But you hold your movie to me, before Frobia and Nikutre. Did they are more yena, a power, and your bra power, hey, what do no difference. West managers of this economy, they have shown and they've proven that they can't manage this country's economy and its fortunes. They can't. They've been given responsibility on many occasions. They left it messed up. We are in crisis, but it's the same MPP that can help to bring this country from the current situation I find here. We have better programs, and yet, say, propaganda intro, our better programs will yield results for this country. Agobi, about Oirepani Menshia. I'm so happy, sir, the producer of the show.
Mene general manager of the station.
I say na adia ba kwa na si nani so. And say asundwe beba. Na asundwe is almost home. The fact say Omuakwa could be station no. Asundwe. It's a big lesson for all of us. Or can be big the toso me no. I say look. I heard this idea ama omunyina. Now the watchword me say obejai obi. No abetina we feed so no running obi down without evidence. So the key word is that you produce the evidence before ube kasa which we kasa. You see, I don't know for how long I'm close to down station no.
2 days, I think from Friday.
Yes, from Friday. Obi ewo advert bi so otia musika program na twem o wa beji ne sika e be affect wo. All these things are a problem. Nipa bakun irresponsibility or otherwise. Me the American say look, the chieftaincy institution. You say ufa ohene na wanso na obi ani ho beso na ma. So the institution chieftaincy nankasa no is revered in a Jews code. Whether it is legal or otherwise. In law, international law, you call it the Jews code. Say a accepted practice. People, I hear people even question and say, there's
a Supreme Court ruling.
There's a Supreme Court ruling to that effect. But you see, when you want to go legal, we destroy the very fabric of our culture. I will say, careful. But I'm happy that the media house has given that respect and accorded Menshia that respect. But again, look, this Galam Satan, without collaboration of chiefs, the fight
a bedding.
And Mesre say Ahimfunu has a role to play. The president before the last election, what can I say? Say be costing on the presidency, he will fight against Ghana. But he's spoken. He's giving the instructions. His men and women alone cannot make it a reality. But Mesre media houses say, look, this enterprise of a bad sometimes they said they can host a geniusm. They said a general man also said an engineer. Sometimes it could be unruly. Yeah, and yet more moti on one. But obviously say what banner Oshana were down for power accuse us we are biased or no I can sometimes I can imagine the I mean nipa. And I'm happy say almost Ajia Tum say almost pesa sumdri eba. But this should serve as a learning curve for all of us. Look, we be Communication Committee of Parliament, Obi, and Ministry of Information has started education and building capacity of social media. They need huge monies to do this. Look, trust me. Media houses, one of the difficult challenges I downgraded Ghana in media freedom is about salaries of media economic. And we haven't discussed that issue thoroughly. Obi, I tell you, your capacity audit here. Say far morning, afternoon, evening show host in over 600 radio stations. Obi wa ejuma no or because necracy obi be body this or radio so. The only better is you anom ebini ho. And to be an atie near the number tina console nechi. But look at your capacity ejuma wa year over time. Multimedia is like the Ghana's BBC. It's the biggest way. The standards are quite different. Maybe so you walk it. Look, there was an interview being played on social media. Obi interview Seku Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Obi, the theater me mashime
94.7.
Oti echire we fifre tiro. Na sa media house no obefa obi ti se wo ne wo producer ti hey. Na sa station egu. Obi, ene obi train the mobile phone na no ye interview. Na interview no ye no na me bisa so office station ben e na time ben na amanfo so wo de o kire wo dodo ye. Obi share our program as an watch microphone. Baby odi ko baby on fan ko. Sebi. Yen hwe ne yemwa na the economic reasons to sanitize the space. There are a lot of trained journalists who have left the industry. There are a lot of guys that I know, very sharp guys. Ya training woman nyantitie pa anka adwuma yi. But be brain him. Because he can't pay your bills. When nya we cry. Na media adwuma edim pa. Time I'm sorry. Time a producer, researcher be na the idea. Na ode tutu ho a. Ohwe ha na enya na je say oja ko on the afa baby. I as a teacher for say me be a teacher ni me nya adwuma ba bia no majai. Enti ukomwa trend journalists they've all left the industry. And no also contributed to some of these things. But I think that Oirepa has been a very credible station. And Mitie manager, I know that they will change how some of the things are done there. And not only to them. What happened there could be an isolated incident. But beyond that, some of the Nyama Eko Abontino. Look, people say things that should not be said. But of course, the personalities involved is also another matter. Because Odike was the president. President Odike.
President Akwesia de Odike.
Akwesia de Odike. Hey, Odike shoes I actually will chrome has and then
so much
it is a badness, but of course, he knows how to get into Mensia, even in the face of the alleged banishment of Odike from Mensia. Otu for you be a me say they should find a way
Asempa
to
FM
get to him to resolve the
94.7.
Because Sebi, Oya Santini, Miminya Santini. But of course, so say a friend you kruma him for means he's known and is respected as well. Odike nye ubi asabi obe fan say you be huakwa or boni breye maybe our baby do no. He should know how to go about some of these things. Now, a year and 2 years. But the bigger question is involvement of some chiefs in aiding this Galamsey thing. Look, I met a chief who said, me jurisdiction, unless me the disika be that done. I him for no be. They won't do it. Because when you the effect Obi here, Cocoa, what is that this year? We should be doing over 1 million
metric ton.
We are about 700.
A train you any bebregu.
A trap bebregu. No more the school down from Mubugu na Cocoa way. Oh, and Joby, then you not count. But who's yet the appraiser year? You know, say you make more money over time in Cocoa than in the Galamsey now. You make more money. And the worst part of it is that Omo dia bropa ukruma. Ahimfunubi. MMDCs. Not Chinese for. Chinese near wakoshe wurem. Na Chinese near papa akourem putu light in your no them too good in an normal decor. Young Crawford they left them impoverished. Look, Obi, between 2009 to 2018, havoc Galamsey Kosi Ukrumha, Ninkrofo Munye Musika.
Asempa FM 94.7.
A lot of money. You remember Aisha One money and some became very untouchable in this country. Now, Oko Western Region Hub, they have Chinese town. Oma Chinese Madieja. Honorable champ of war. I should be no baby pray. Who sit you? Only who pray sit you. Who your Chinese region or pray about parliament.
Yeah.
But you see, it's unfortunate. As soon as so mudia giant, and yes, so papa. Because you see, who call China? Omo go to a hole. Omo river bodies are ombenya natural resource, but they don't. But they come here. Most of them, look, I got to know excavators are who do the bahanyina. It's used to push a section of their people and bring back home way. So they give them on credit. Until Chinese need back home way on be kuni home. Because I call back on to me to yes. And it's a way of resettlement. And to be our that prisons are near man machines are too good, but gold no a share obed room. They don't care. And our people aid them. Look, one dangerous thing somebody told me, and I'm still investigating. So, in Sasipa, Sankrofonato, Etiaka, Ayahun Grata. Eukruma. One report about.
China Mall.
Yeah, China Mall, yeah.
Look, it is becoming too much.
One back when we see was painters.
Look,
Spintex there, man.
serious.
And now West Hills,
West Hills, Echio.
We can't even be musi no.
Yeah, was Spintex, man. I've seen it.
They have no colors, you know.
Aye.
Look, Obi. Yan Shen Yamabi ya. Mwamu, ni what, when woman, the best in Bibi, Bismarck Brown.
Yes.
And a year, Sawe, no. Or since Sasia Cruise not told Krumhano. There was a quick crash as any born yedding. Or say metal. Near young crater man. Na Ghana for the frontiers are activities. Tienche ye. A man you sem. The man you sem. Yes, see, yeah, they come. Look, there are countries when you go, they love their country. But in the end, one is money. A Ghanaian can do anything for money. Now, we were not noted for this. But then, this is where we are going. You blame successive government if you are not careful. You may never blame your own conduct, but you are a big contributor to someone. Look, Nyama is here and look. A bear say theater art no. Ma abayin sisa. Eba betina ha edisan komo na. Ene abayin sisa. You be ma obi DC nkrofo be call on rampage. You be charge to baby mu. We see yempe we. You be ma obi appointment. Nkrofo wako ashama wako ji toilet. Ombe yes ah. But ye nyina ya ntena who say we have a country called Ghana na emra ene di ejuma. Ahemfo no bi ene obi chieftaincy wo court sisi a ene from House of Chiefs any Supreme Court chieftaincy cases are a war ene obi as in cases we are. And obi sorry in homes and in families we don't document the lineage. Into obi sorry ya be met to be the because there's a land na obetumi aton. Into we call every community chieftaincy fight. Into ahemfo nankasa no eji wo monsem. Obi ba ya so to be the 94.7. We are friend ho we are friends so the obi a onye we no ba oba with the mindset. Into obi discover brand one we hear ska the atwemanso. Into obi ska the atwemanso no anywhere the money comes from obeji. But to be a peaceful, rain peaceful, no, they don't meddle in some of these things. But where there's a fight over chieftaincy issues, that is where most of these things happens.
Very well. I mean, Honorable Richard. Honorable, any other business now? Yeah, I'm sorry, my patch.
Obinti, I'm say yeah, divya no. But odike, utie ne odike interview no. O can send or say offense o mahene.
Yes.
O tiase no. O the next forms o momun tu. Gam say ewo no. Am paso o mantimen tu gam say ewo no. But hene ne wu ye a em say yensi o hen fufu. O hene ne firi ho na say busu panyin fu so hanfu say the striking. I know what just asasa kanta so no nya wudi.
We do whatever.
Inti e bia ton na odikede kan asem ene the way o generalize asem no na be a creative problem. But he heard the message. Say na nanom e de o madwene de ekoso. Because by the day no ye kan sha asem e kan asem afati ye nyina. So the all kan cocoa production reduce and never 750,000 metric tons now you beat my instead of 1 million. Yes, soon they to intimate raising enough revenue and fanyam put to Juma. The baby is a quadruple. It's nipa individuals be sikombeniano. And no na or more interest will change what the corrective yes sabit madden. I can be obi kwenya sagam say siki no akokoto Bentley. Akoto Benz. Not them and no increase employment. And no enfa so bia enfa ma society no. It ono na yire na mankwa no mo enjoy life. Sanko di be factory bimpo obe create employment or city but say come at least when you sika money ono so o impact life. But you say no mo dis sika no so then. It nananom though the tone no and the way I address him na he had a message. I say in idea ni ko na address session obi e be sra ban me de me de ha me kese pa yi sikasema ekoso unim say enani che no ba to cement price e ba be cost between 7 and 8 Ghana cedis And your persuasive reasons in the high cost of production. About an Nigerian a channel, you confirm.
And that will take a bag of cement to bear 50 cedis.
More than that.
70
70,
cedis.
74, 75 to 80 cities, depending on where you are buying it from. Because a distance, haulage cost.
Yeah.
And baby, you more your work, because even Kono, say a Chinese factory, me told you 1,000 bucks quite the come constituency here. I pay about 6,000 Ghana cedis transport cost. 6,000 Ghana cedis. Into factor transport cost, omuyi ba could be 50 pesos. Oh, I then the back. It will be do or no. Now a necra young to moon. Oh, turn by 63, 64.
We are sending me text.
Nipa krono. I'm so my number.
Okay.
Or say, my main kind text. It's about asema yeka ho asem sesi from my phone in Afrizi.
Asempa FM 94.7.
What I'll get it.
Obi aban ewa sudi.
Okay.
Because ni nyina no the petition of the city no eka ho.
Obi, Mr. Or say, now as you are talking or typing, I'm typing. There are Chinese men at a community called Danso in Busomifreho who were arrested by soldiers, not the police. And today, they are at the Galamsey site fixing the shelter they erected. The Odikro is a leader, and so many party folks mining in the forest and other bodies and water bodies. We have police commanders and the DCE in our district. Please don't mention my name. Odikro. Odikro.
Me so no na be di ade nenem.
Ono di enim.
In the DCEs and so.
No so.
Yes.
I was on the KPIs, my DCEs, no.
Obi, it is revenue. Some kind of chroma revenue to total GDP. Less than 12%. In Tibet, there is a quadrillion na de no. Certain institutions every year they sign performance contract, and Nipa witnessing this performance contract. The president Ankasa. See you will know an sign contract. Na ketu ya so change president. See you will know. Ne pese de mano. Uko see obi ne office. Restaurant or no kwa see kwa mano. O cook better. Me na me come chiro.
Restaurant or office ho.
What? Obi into radio.
Ozudi oha when you guys.
Asempa FM
You restaurant that see.
Off
Over the chair.
Hey!
You be restaurant man.
Ni pa nje krom ho Obi. Radio ko. Na Jubilee House ku restaurant ho.
Oh, dear restaurant also. Now office be as a kitchen one. That's a parliament your kitchen.
Na say kitchen kam ka kitchen.
Where restaurant and
Restaurant Ankasa.
Oh, did you pitch?
Radio Yankopon. On na mamoto ke di nanim. Sa company no start institution by the end of the year no be run at a loss. And that person will not be fired. No, or that's ho. Dear time crop process, some institution they run at a loss and still pay bonuses to their workers. How do you pay bonus when you run at a loss? Bonuses are paid based on profitability.
Asempa
And I can mention it
94.7
of certain institutions. 80 year car revenue. When they could generate revenue, we give you all these pests. Now, President Paul and the ministers and MP, they say we don't come close to them. So, and to women in our system failure, I say to me then, he had addressed it. Now, he na mekano or he no di animu where they can't go just can be a d. What I say, and now soldier for Nababeche nipa no to galamse no. It is on a man yankwa na pattern ya sanko patana or so Chinese in Boboni to Kunana jo. Omunam nyina obi asukutatuo. Eto obe protecting nipa na menetu no nye sika kwakọ. Na also can DC for one asem.
Asempa FM
Common fund
94.7
common de no. Bebre kra ni once ye tue bi muka. Ya pontom ye tue muka. On mu nya ketua. Obe that na ho. Otua hwan ka. On ba mattress kra bebre kra po ye nye na ekotua ne ka. Ba system be na de kotua ne ka. So Into women you yes challenges or system no see address. When you say o ma downgraded 3 banks. What kind of story?
Yeah.
Obi. One reason is to downgrade them because of more exposure to government. It's you're not careful. By the end of the year, those banks can collapse. Into say a bank can be a bank so or bet me to your back all those loans to them. I say a bank because a deposited fund and now there's a limiter over to me reserves with the bubble busia am a bank. But they want free money because uncertainty or non-performing loans, if you say or more loan amount phone to your businesses, they break collapse. And I buy T-bills there. But it's kind of quite to what. And then risks be no. Time so I buy this to amount till they roll it over. Now interest in there your account to be credited because a book transaction number your amount. Until it's at 3 banks wing. As I can the collapse of unemployment is about be created. Already no financial sector clean up a year. Look at job losses. I spending some 25 billion. When I can say we need another 8 billion to finish the exercise. Another 8 billion. The validation create some more crop on one team. Yeah, fry ye or nipa. So they receive an
Kwesi nipa.
yes, call him. Because of validation, and people will chase him for their money. Into the only excuse to my validation, the crop on a man for then about Genesika. Until 5 years in the clean up no. So people have their money locked up. But yesterday, tattoo say
Asempa FM 94.7.
Banks no good shape. Liquidity any system no. Because you can't almost start financial sector clean up no. By law, banks no reserves some no. They can just call emergency meeting, pass a resolution, and prop back some of their reserves to increase their stated capital. It when you stated capital 4 million, all right, but one for physical cash then I'm system. It's problem they answer a window dressing. What's it when you 400 million Ghana cedis stated share capital? If it's a number of 300, dada 100 no. My transfer is a paper transaction from my reserves to increase my stated capital. Obi liquidity challenge and that's what and so way. But new heritage banker, now investors equity physical cash. Edisi can babeshe aim. Look at the frivolous reason a close to heritage bank. Say cocoa board amane contract. Now sa contract sam no the quoted bank. Meanwhile case is stay in court as we speak. Near close to bank because of political expediency. It is a money a part of this decision that you're taking here. The banks are not there, recapitalize the banks, but there's no liquidity. Into one, they can't give loans, they can't expand. And if there's no liquidity in the system, how can the economy run? Into you abandon the COVID, Russia, Ukraine, abandon decision be there, and first so bonny be and family, any tunes. These are the critical issues. Problems are bound with creating this economy. No be kind of credit. What time 25 billion Ghana cedis. It's also compared to 3 billion. IMF me boy. What convertible cedis say? And they cry 10. Say net 30 billion.
30 billion.
Now do you throw away good money and go and chase bad money?
Don't oversimplify it. You honorable example. You know too well.
Obi.
No, me just say.
But don't oversimplify it. No, but you know.
I'm not oversimplifying the issue.
You are oversimplifying it.
There were challenges.
Yes.
What I say, approach, to
But
resolving the issues.
The challenges didn't emanate when we came into office.
No.
You knew the challenges from 2014.
Because governance.
You had an approach and you
Sly.
professed a solution, and it became worse.
Me just say governance is about problem solving. What I say, and you fanfare.
So what you did was
What I say,
a fanfare.
What
You did by giving them money, they took it to Zimbabwe. Some of them messed it up. Was that a fanfare?
At least you in banks no more collapse we. But we were able to make them, supported them, and they are still in the system operating.
Which one?
You could have done same to
Which one? The ones you gave them the money. The report indicated that they took the money and they went away and messed it
But
up.
now,
What are you talking about?
Just the last 2 weeks.
Please.
The court has ruled, say, you need credit. They should go back and operate. but the decision was frivolous. Look at customers of Lusu. How can the customers get confidence and go back and say with such a bank again? You collapse their bank without any proper reason. It will decisions no. A part of our problems are you come to see no. What to see can go? I create unemployment or system and because unemployment rate in this almost 13%.
You see, you are talking. You see, Obi. He knows too well what he's
My unfort announce na memra Hawaii. He ends in a minute. Some about hona.
Into Obi. Makai cement ya yeba betu.
Yes.
Ni nyina the position of the CD. Aban a role to play.
Asempa
To stabilize
FM
our currency.
94.7.
Ye when nyina no. Let's look at the long-term measures. Ye de betu akwam. Ebe ma yen san komegina ye nemu. Ni yenya sa ye bubo yen sam ye nunu ye ho sere se ye benya Ekoko syndicated loan. Afre Zimba 750 million. A borrowed fund. We don't use this thing to solve structural problems. A knee-jerk approach. Just a temporary arrangement. Sasika no just says can we are next man I make a show we interest payment from 37 to 41 billion. Whether 2 years statutory payment. Whether development. Better I'm a financial. How can the local assembly also create employment for the young guys who move school ban? My just almost say SHS graduates. Your baby train no more so. I'm a mark yes
Chips compound.
Chip compound. Now 20,000 plus now more nursing colleges no motive no. Among other year engage you professionals no money ho. A buyer for wedding gowns. Ni jomo ye bia for vote buying political interest no MPP we. Amo sisam nante ne maya say amo kodo da manfofu ase ne betu omo ka wedding gowns and the Ekoko rehabilitation program. 6 months in the obi entu omo ka. Ya sign ko adwuma no kwa no ya sign dem a private company. Aban so ntimi nya bio Ekoko bo so ntimi nya bio no mo boka. Na say who terminate me no contractor. You pay what is due me.
Yes.
Sika no mentu ya. And na ko form rant bebre amusika yentu ya. Nursing and teacher training allowances bebre any nyina wa arrears. Say yanko fa SS for no somra na omunye ni da so ye school anya hwe no there's a temporary way for us. When we get their vote after the elections we'll sack them. And it's sustainable.
Honorable man.
When we nyina ye kwanya this stable system no.
Okay.
Because how do we even pay for all this? What training will be? What allowance? 20,000 plus since 2019 on fee. That person doesn't need any training. And it costs to train an individual. Why do you go spend another money to train a SHS graduate? Doesn't make any economic sense, Obi.
Medase.
Obi.
Sla yemre na so ntimi yenwie.
Yampon say
ye. Na said you feel free na why you kwabo.
But there are other issues. Former President Mahama Akasa wo. Say what in nsem ne bi.
Asem ye here time pa wo.
Okay.
And
but me for me asem.
Masa. You had your time.
Most judge be responded to
we'll come back some other time. Ria Koto, yes. I'm okay.
I know there na yam kwa no.
Medase.
Former President Mahama.
Yes.
Media Sabi. Baby
Eka topics no.
Eka na dey man one ready.
O share economy dey.
Propaganda into ahwe. Former President Mahama. Media I've said say any politics of decency. Say o start say obetutu ayampia. He will get an appropriate response. In some of these things, a man nipa bi way, baby a wakwa kudru.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Ghana 4 has been very benevolent to him. Now, in an attempt to redeem his botched and as a damaged reputation, say a person as the president biom no. Okay, can the party bomb krumha? Obi, ene. Niyama isisi wo man mu nyina no. We've always been at the mercy of the judiciary. Na utu ayampia ama womu na ugu womu ho fi ni ade ene no. Ozo sorry a ukokoto. Sami Jemfi Kachre say Supreme Court judges, their tenure of office is coterminous with MPP's administration.
No, I think that was rather military, not a soldier for.
Okan soldier for,
Yeah,
and he
soldier
talked about the judiciary as well. This is a party whenever they are in opposition, they bastardize the judiciary of our country. And why will be how? Supreme Court, and now Mutam, a friend is saying, election petition, and now Mudikoy. Now the call election petition, no. Naka was expecting, say, Abia, Obama, NDC executives, Nakwako take you over to administer justice. We must all be careful how we are going because with the position be a obi. Now I was a obu kakra about. So what is it trying to do? Their mindset utie ofuswampo for tape no. Niema okika wumu nyina wumu ekoso implement it. Attack the judiciary, attack the security services, attack the credibility of people. Okroma in the run up to 2000 elections, 2008, Fifi Kwete, Kufoni Nebusian for via gold reserves of Bank of Ghana nyina ediko or converting or see wa. And the Sani NDC4 Wamusu any Wamubino will respond to him appropriately. But Ayana say and yet or no as a person, but the office of a president, former president of this republic. Sabi, or an example in former President Kufuor. I don't just say the course or not by money, not former President Kufuor Tikruma, not be anything. But he lived as a statesman. I'm expecting him to behave as of course. He's your person, a flag bearer of NDC. So you need to descend into the gutters. Oremwa Ebe Rumbi. Oremwa will defend the integrity of this country. We will not allow him and his cohort for purposes of political expediency. Now institutional, to run them down the way he's doing. I don't think it's fair to the integrity of the justices of our high courts. It is not fair to the intelligence of ordinary people of this country. Me say Ghanaians have been very benevolent to him. He's been government picking from day one. Oye Juma Kakra wo Japanese embassy, Ura politics move from assemblyman all his life. We be say government picking. And Nemre Abanda Hotuauka. It is through the benevolence of the ordinary people of this country. Now so man who so power mo he can't say man sebi edit divisions ni nyama basa bebo man. Look, maybe I can say bibi nyauda. The laws of this country has prescribed how to get remedy. So I was expecting it's now opposition on many occasions in this country. We push for reforms. That's what a responsible opposition does. But what you know is say you need to even win political power. So push for reforms. And that is the way opposition party, when we were pushing for reform from 1993. The MPP tradition has been noted, say, you pay reforms, you pay changes in our system. There's a way we go about it. Now, problem or my there is no policy alternative. Yemji to me, but I'm happy that Ghanaians are seeing between the two. And inshallah, 2024. Obi, campaign there will be. You will be records will be compared. So no can say it's mediocre to compare records, to compare roles and the rest. We will compare records. We will compare performance. We will compare integrity in this country going forward in the next elections. Onyabutre, the arbiter in this matter is our judiciary. He should not seek to bastardize them, thinking say or pay favor from his NDC or no kind. Adana Kufuor can or die be die. Or China bosso will crum hard din or no go Jandia no kai. Okay, or go Jandia no kai. Manusi, now I decided upon overcome you.
Yapon Uyepa Mapon.
Ejobi, media. No, welcome, Rochna. Which I bet delve deep into it. Is already a comment. Is Ochna Pabra. man appropriate response. Nti obi, oni nyame nya adwuma.
But me so me da say, Honorable Sylvester Tete, any a chain in Kano.
Right.